India. We are currently staying in the South Delhi area. Yesterday was all about Old Delhi, today is all about New Delhi. So we're headed off to the Hauz Khas area and Qutub Minar to go explore what some of South Delhi has to offer.
So we're actually going to take the metro in there because it's one of the easiest ways to get around here in Delhi. But first, I want to get a bottle of water. Okay. Bye bye. 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 Shukriya ji. Shukriya ji. So the Delhi Metro is incredibly easy to use, and it only cost us 40 rupees each to get from Ashram Station, which is in the New Friends Colony where we're staying, here to Kutub Minar. Now, when we left the metro station here, the auto rickshaw mafia came up to us and tried to quote us some pretty large prices to get to the Kutub Minar. So we're gonna see if we can get a better deal. So we were able to find a friendly rickshaw driver who would take us to the gate for only 40 rupees, which is a much better deal than we were offered originally at 100 rupees. So that's a nice change. We ended up giving him an extra 10 rupees.
We have now made it to Kutub Minar. Honestly, we don't really know a lot about this, or at least I don't know a lot about this, but our guide yesterday told us that it was worth the 600 rupee entry fee. You can pay by credit card here if you want to save some cash, but we're definitely looking forward to checking out these beautiful archaeological sites.
Now, this is not the kind of place that is advertised when you think of Delhi. It is a pretty vast, open, expansive area of just green space, and it's so far really, really beautiful and peaceful. There is a lot of old Islamic architecture here, and I'm pretty excited to check it out, so let's see what we can get into.
Lot about Kutub Minar, but what we have read from the internet was that it was built originally around 1190. It has faced a lot of earthquakes and natural disasters that have led to it being rebuilt at least 3 or 4 times over the last 1,000 years, I guess. Sometime in the 1900s, they have designated this to be a World Heritage Site so that they can help to preserve the cultural value of it. And wow, I mean, I know we say this for everywhere, but this is incredibly breathtaking. We have been lucky enough to visit places like the Acropolis, and nothing compares to how close you can get to this and see history from 1,000 years ago. Now, the minaret that stands behind us, I think they call it the Victory Tower. It used to be open to being able to walk up it. However, due to an accident that happened in the 1980s where a bunch of people stampeded down the stairs and 47 were killed, they no longer allow you to go up the minaret, which is fine by us because it is just as gorgeous from down here. Incredibly scenic. There are so many places to take beautiful photos in this stunning architecture, and we might have gotten distracted by a couple chipmunks too.
Being able to say just a few words in Hindi has been a really big help here in India, especially dealing with the security guard that we just dealt with. They have an interesting little side business going on around here. They'll actually shuttle all the tourists around to all the best photo spots, which were really nice, but but of course they ask for some tips at the end, which I'm not really sure if that's allowed. So our next stop today is actually not too far from the Qutub Minar. So instead of getting into a rickshaw and bartering for it, going to the metro, getting on the metro, getting off the metro, and then bartering for another auto rickshaw, we're gonna do something a little bit easier and take an Uber. Well, 5-star. Take it. Well, that was a pretty painless experience. Although having people come up and try to sell books to us on the side of the road it's a first for me. Otherwise, Uber, 5 stars, very easy. Now, I don't think it's fair to ignore our urges anymore. We're hungry, so let's get a bite to eat.
We come to a South Indian cafe here in Hauz Khas village, and how is it ever filled with people? They serve South Indian specialties that normally you can only find as good in South India. So we'll have to see if it's just as good as it looks. It was a recommendation from our tour guide yesterday, so I don't think he'll let us down. But here is the big main. We've got masala dosa with a potato filling served with all these condiments that I have no idea what they are, but I'm sure they'll be delicious. Oh, it's so crispy. I think this is the biggest dosa I've ever had in my life. I'm gonna try with the coconut chutney first because I know what that is. Oh, it's really good. I know this one I think is mint and coconut. It's also amazing. Just amazing. You gotta try this. Safe to say we enjoyed this dosa. This is...
Well, South Indian dosa, 2 thumbs up. And the best news about all of this is that our final stop is actually just like 100 meters away.
I have no complaints, although I probably could use walking off some of that.
Let's check it out. Now, the main reason we've come down here to the Hauz Khas complex is not to get lost, which we did. It's not to see the deer park, which we found out actually is called the deer park because it's literally a deer park. We saw some deer eating and just running around there. And it's not to actually walk around the beautiful lake or spend time in the park like a lot of the locals do. It's actually because there are some incredible ruins here. Let's show you. This is the Hauz Khas archaeological site of India, and it is the main event. The main reason that we came here to Hauz Khas, we are literally standing on history. This was built over 800 years ago, and it seems to be a very popular spot for locals to come and hang out. And I mean, just take this in. It's incredible. The entry fee to this place was 300 rupees each, which again, it's becoming a bit more of an expensive day. For locals, you can get in for about 35 rupees, which is a pretty good deal. We don't really mind paying a little bit more to help them restore the place, as long as that's how they're using the money. Not sure. Well, India certainly is proving to be an incredibly beautiful place of very, very stark contrast. Delhi here in the city is so busy, but it's actually really surprisingly easy to find nice, peaceful places like this to enjoy the scenery and the history and the rich culture that's here.
It's hard not to see why they call this place the Lover's Park, because there are couples everywhere just taking in the peace, hiding away from everybody, and groups of young adults coming just to hang out, maybe have a picnic, and enjoy the company of their friends.
I think this is a perfect place to wrap up the vlog. Our battery's dying, our SD cards are almost full.
Our phone is dead, so I don't know how we're getting home tonight.
We filmed for like the last 4 days straight, so I think it's time to maybe turn off the camera and enjoy the rest of the evening. Anyways, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see some more Indian travel content, hit subscribe. We've got a couple more weeks here that we're planning on doing a lot of filming. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.